Fellow podcasters, how would you like to get your show sponsored? Not only get it sponsored, but getting it sponsored without giving up any of your rights. Almost sounds too good to be true, doesn't it? Well, guess what? It isn't too good to be true. Here's what you'll need to do. Go to www.podcorn.com/podcasters and sign up with this awesome marketing website. I myself use Podcorn, and when I first signed up, I had a ton of questions, and they gave me a ton of answers in a timely manner, which was amazing. So not only do you get an awesome opportunity to get your show sponsored and make a little money, you also know that you're working with an amazing team that'll answer any question and help you out any time of the day, any time of night. Like I said, they answer the questions in a timely manner. So sign up now. Go to www.podcorn.com/podcasters, and I promise you, you will be very, very satisfied. Get slicing and dicing with Sir Sturdy horror fans. On this podcast, you will hear me and a guest do some movie reviews, random funny horror chats, and whatever else comes to mind. So tune in, kick back, relax, and always remember, I'll see you in your nightmares.
Well, just Jason's mask.
How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Here's another exciting episode of Horror with Sir Sturdy. Today I have Sam and Derek with me. How you two doing?
We're doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm glad that we finally got to record together. We've been chasing each other for a few months now, and it's finally happening.
I know. I feel like it's been forever, but we're finally able to have our sweet embrace.
And as we were just discussing, I watched Teacher Shortage and I watched Mrs. Claus. Enjoyed both the movies. The kills were so freaking creative and just violent, which I love that in a slasher type film. I feel like if it's a slasher film, it has to be like a brutal kill, not just something a little soft or you want it to be over the top so you remember those kills.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, it has to be. It's horror. You want to see something like you're not there for CGI kills. You want to see practical effects. You want to see blood flying at you.
Exactly. That's perfect. I think every horror fan agrees with that too. No matter what part of what subgenre they like in horror, as far as slasher or whatever the case may be, the practical effects are like number one right there. Practical effects are so important, and I understand.
Well, yeah, and then my favorite thing about Teacher Shortage is probably just the unique coloring of it. Thanks to my very talented fiance over here for that.
Oh, yeah. I took a lot of inspiration from Dario Argento's films like Suspiria and Opera with the first-person views and showing a lot of the killer's hands and switching the colors up when you're looking at it through his perspective.
I like that a lot. I liked how, I don't want to spoil it, but I'll just say I like the Red Room scenes.
Yes, it was very beautifully shot, which is pretty key. And, horror movies especially, but, pretty much any movie.
Yeah, that really stood out for me. And it was just, again, both fun movies, both had their funny parts, too, which was great. And it's just like, I watched both of them like, damn, now what? I want some more. I need more. I want to see something else now.
We're working on a new one right now called My Girlfriend the Serial Killer. And that film, we're in pretty heavy pre-production. If you think those are funny, this one I'm actually I'm co-writing it, and usually I throw in a lot of my own humor in it.
Oh, that's
so
great.
This next one's going to be funny and gory and more suspenseful. There's going to be tons of people hiding from the killer. You won't know who will live or die.
Like chase scenes, suspense. We really want to bring back 80s style slasher.
Yeah, where somebody might run, they might get away, or they might not. It's going to go both ways.
That's good.
So you won't know if this person's just going to get away with it or if they're going to get killed. It's going to be awesome.
I cannot wait. And how much are you two involved with Red Summer Massacre?
I'm actually the producer of Red Summer Massacre, and then I also have a part in it.
Oh,
So,
nice.
pretty involved.
I
That's
watch
awesome.
the updates on Facebook. That's how involved I am. I'm not a part of it at all, but my fiance is.
So that means you're a
Yeah,
part of it then, technically. I mean, if you want to go by that route, man, you just got to say it. I'm married, so I know how that goes.
yeah, he knows.
That's
No, Red Summer Massacre. That came up. I first seen Josh, the director of it, posting about it, and I was just really kind of intrigued by it because like right now, there's a lot of good horror movies in production right now, starting their campaigns or whatever. And I don't reach out to everybody because if I would literally never have any time.
mhm.
But something about this one, and I didn't know Josh before this, so there was just something that really caught my eye, and I actually reached out to him. I said, "Hey, tell me a little bit more about this." And first of all, he's like one of the nicest guys I think I've ever met. He's married, so I probably contribute that to his wife. um, but he told me about it, and I was like, okay, yeah, like I went on board. So I'm the producer of it. I got a small part in it. I love everybody that's involved. Like everybody is so nice and coming together just to make a really talented, creative horror movie. I couldn't be more excited to be a part of it.
That's great. That's awesome. Yeah, so I had Mia on here, I had Whitney on here, and I had Josh on here so far, and they're all awesome people, all really nice, down to earth. And that makes me more interested in these indie horror movies when I get to talk to people who are involved in the movie, and then they come off as a real genuine nice person. And I'm like, okay, I really want to see this project being made. I really want to see what's going to happen with this project versus someone who's just an asshole who, they think
Right.
they're God's gift. I'm like, you know what? I don't even want to be involved with that. I don't care.
Oh, what's the
Exactly.
quote? Don't meet your heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember, like, I met one of my heroes. I'm like, God damn it, you're a dick. How dare you? You make such good films.
Yeah. Well, what I like about this movie too is, I mean, predominantly it's women involved, which is a scary thing because women get a bad name of being catty and like this, big old bitches or nice to your face, and then they talk shit about you behind your back. But what I love about this is everyone is so genuinely nice and they really want the best for each other, and they're promoting each other, like even not related to Red Summer Massacre, but like other projects that everyone's involved. Like they're so supportive of everything, and that's like not common. I don't feel.
I agree with you. Just in general, from what I'm seeing from it, and then again from talking to the few people who I've talked to, everybody seems like really, really genuinely nice. It's not like a fake kind of thing. Like they're real humble. They really care about this movie and this project and everybody involved, and that's it's something you need to make it work, I guess. And it's gonna make
Right,
more
and then
people want to see it and want to be involved with it.
yeah, and then the cast is just, I mean, it's brilliant. I mean, the cast is amazing. It's full of like very, very talented people. So, I mean, with the storyline, just the talent involved, the vision of Josh.
All they need is a good cinematographer like me, and they'll be set. Wink, wink.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. I can't wait, man. Um, so Mia Moon, yeah, she's amazing. We love Mia Moon. Josh, this is Josh's like first film he's directing, and I'm super proud of him. Like, he's doing such a great job, and I'm very proud to be involved in his first movie.
Yeah, that's good though. Like I said, I like when people get together like that and try to help build someone else's dream, so to speak. Like as far as the Red Summer Massacre movie, and then the movies you guys are also involved in that you're doing yourselves. It's awesome to see that everybody get together,
Yeah.
help it get out there, help it build, and then make a great project.
Well, and the writers, Josh is also one of the co-writers. Him, Whitney, and Zach. I mean, they're a brilliant team. They're really good. And then the other people starring in it. So the people who are in it are Brittany, Julie, Crystal, Whitney, Mia, myself. We just introduced Joe Castro. So like he's going to be in charge of special FX, and then it's also his first like major acting role. So we're really pumped about that. It's like we're helping him pop his cherry there.
That's awesome. I seen
Yeah.
I seen that announcement. I was like, that's freaking cool. That guy involved with that, Joe.
Yeah, and then we just added Brian, Ariana, Heather, who's also an associate producer of the movie. She has a part in it.
Okay.
Andy, and then Rebecca Reinhart just got added. So, I mean, boom! Like that cast is amazing.
It really is. It really is. So what got you two involved with Actually, let me start with the horror first. What got you guys into horror? Like who or what got you into horror?
I grew up I grew up with horror. So like my baby book literally has a part written in of where my mother took me to see Nightmare on Elm Street in the drive-in when I was a baby, and it is literally written in my baby book. So I grew up with horror. I always have loved horror. I was like that weird friend who I would invite like people over to my house, and I would like pretend like I would lock me and my friends in the basement and like pretend like there was like critters coming to get us, and like I wouldn't tell my friend that I locked the door, so we would like run upstairs and the door would be locked and they would be freaking out, and I'm like, the critters are coming, and I still had friends. So I mean, what does that say about them?
That's awesome. That actually sounds like a fun time, and back when kids used to use their imaginations to have fun, and shit, horror is great.
Yeah, that's what I love about horror. Is like, yeah, you do. You have to. It's so creative, and it's such an outlook. And I mean, with all the bad shit happening in the world, it's nice to be able to like have fun with horror and just leave it at that.
Agreed. Definitely agree with you on that.
What about you, babe? What's your horror story?
I mean, as a young kid, I remember my parents showed me Pet Cemetery as a young kid, and it wasn't the killer kid that got me; it was that bitch Zelda. Man, I fucking had nightmares over Zelda. The chick sister with the twisted up back.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That.
Yeah, so I had nightmares, and then like immediately after that, I was like, I want to watch that movie again.
Yep.
And then I just started just what like. Thankfully, my parents were cool, so like every week, I mean, they'd give us an allowance, so like every 2 weeks, I was able to buy a new VHS, and I'd always buy a horror VHS. So I just have like a little collection. That's where I got like Evil Dead from. And then I got like Evil Dead 2 and Evil Dead 1, and I'm like, yeah, I want to become a filmmaker. That movie, dope.
We're really dating ourselves by talking about VHSs.
Oh, yeah.
Like, for the millennials, VHSs is what you used to watch movies on.
Yeah,
we are millennials.
I'm an elder millennial, thank you. I forget so I'm a cougar because my fiance is actually younger than I am, so. Forgetting.
Well,
nothing wrong with that.
Millennials, you're thinking about the new generation who don't know what a fucking...
Listen, I'm an elder. Respect your elder.
What is it called? The circular phone?
I want to say rotisserie chicken.
Oh, the rotary phones? I remember those.
Yeah, that thing.
I remember rotary phones and VHSs.
Yeah. like cords, like your phone.
So I just dated myself by talking about buying VHSs as a kid.
Yeah.
Or whenever, like, you'd be able to go to the rental store, and then, like, I remember, like, my goal was to rent every horror film at, like, Blockbuster. And eventually I did, because they came out with, like, the Blockbuster Pass.
Yeah.
And I eventually, like, rented every single one. And, yeah, I remember, like, and then during, like, the late 90s, I remember I thought there was, like, a thing going on where every ending to a horror film has to suck. Because, like, House on Haunted Hill came out, 13 Ghosts came out. And I'm like, man, what great movies. What shitty endings. Is this the future of horror?
You got to come in there and fix it. That's why you're doing what you're doing now.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I remember when I was a teenager. I was a wholesome teenager up until I went to the video store, Family Dollar, or Family Video to be exact, and I rented a movie called Romeo and Juliet, thinking wholesome Sam was thinking that it was a horror movie version of Romeo and Juliet, but little did I know. So that's when a lot changed for me, I feel like, in adolescent Sam's life.
I like that movie.
Yes, the monster penis, but still terrifies me.
Wow.
Troma was also a big influence for me too, with the Toxic Avengers. And if you listen to like the commentaries and the behind the scenes to see how they just got together and they made this $0 movie,
Yeah.
it's always inspiring to me.
Yeah, well, especially being in the indie land, it's like we don't have like the big budget, so you got to be smart and creative with the
Well,
money that you
back
have.
then though they were lucky because people hardly made movies, and nowadays everybody with a camera can make a movie. So back then it's like, oh, you're making a movie, yeah, you can use all this shit. Now it's like, oh, you and 20 other people are making movies. They can't use this location or
Yeah.
whatever. So
That's
it's become a lot easier and it's become a lot harder for indie people.
see the one thing I do. What you just mentioned about the indie people is as far as the budget being smaller, so you have to be a lot smarter and more creative. That's one thing I really, really enjoy and respect about you guys because you guys are really, really, really creative, like with the storytelling and everything. I love that about it. I'm like, okay, I understand the budget's only so much, but this story, you're getting so much out of this story, and just imagine if it slash when they do get that bigger budget they deserve, what they'll be doing with it. Versus Hollywood, you had the big budget, and it seems like you're doing the same shit over and over and over again.
Right. Well, and I also think with indie films, like most of us are in it we're obviously not in this for money because, we're in it for like the passion aspect and just to like be creative and kind of like show people something unique. Like, I mean, at least for like our movie, My Girlfriend, the serial killer, like we want to show like unique kills, like, something that like necessarily hasn't been seen or overdone. So that's important to us. It's more like about the passion of the project and just the creativity of it.
This is my get rich really slow scheme.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it when people are like, I'm in it for the money. I'm like, what money? There's no money.
I hear you. I hear you there. It's very, very similar with podcasting. I mean, I haven't made $1 off of podcasting yet. It's looking likely soonish because of ads and stuff, but still, like, I put more into this podcast than I've gotten from it as far as finances go. But
Right.
at the end of the day, I'm not doing it for finances. I'm doing it for the passion of horror and talking horror and meeting cool horror fans, other horror fans like myself. That's like
Yeah,
my
exactly.
main reason for it, and it's fun. I have fun with it.
Yeah. That's how I actually met my fiance, was through the indie world. So, I actually met him through a mutual friend, but it was like the whole teacher shortage kind of movie that really brought us together. So, I mean, you do, like, you meet and work with people that you would never think of. Like, I mean, I'm in a girl crush here a little bit, but My Girlfriend, a Serial Killer, we're working with Felissa Rose. And I'm like, hello, I never thought I would be in the same room. You know what I mean? Like, I just never thought I'd be working with Felissa Rose. So I'm pretty excited about that.
She's freaking. Oh my god. I think everybody has a crush on her. She's so freaking amazing. She's so nice, so sweet. I need to get her on here one of these days. I'm gonna try.
You know what? The best thing I like about her too is she still looks like herself.
Yes.
Like, you see her and you're like, wow. Like, she's still amazingly beautiful, and like you can tell because there's some people that you look at and you're like, who's that? Like, they don't look like them, but she literally looks like herself still, and it's crazy.
I agree. I've met her about at least 5 times now at cons, maybe 6, and I'm actually going to see her again at a con in February. And she's just so genuinely nice, and she's one of those people, like, the one con that I've met her at one con so far about 4 or 5 times, like I said, and at that con, I go to her table every single year and talk to her, get another autograph, because she's so nice, and she'll sit there and talk with you for hours if she has the time, like if nobody's at her table. And she's so welcoming and all that and warm. It's just you like that when you go visit these people, when you go meet these people at these cons.
I think Troy has a fun story about getting really, really drunk with her one year at one of these conventions. There's a small one called the San Antonio Horrific Film Festival, and that's where Stirring or Mrs. Claus actually won Best Film. And the year previous, or either the year previous or 2 years previous, they were playing Party Night, and Felissa Rose was there. I wish I would have went. Yeah. But I didn't because I was filming some other bullshit. I don't know, something cool. But from what I heard, she got really, really drunk.
Oh yeah, we actually did this last con we went to back in October. My brother came out from Colorado. Me, him, and my wife went, and we did the VIP party. So freaking fun because it was open bar for a couple hours. So you're drinking with those celebrities and all that, and they're just letting their hair down, drinking, having some fun, and all that kind of stuff, which is great. And the cool thing about this last con though, we were on a few panels. Actually, my brother was on this. He was on the panel with the Terrifier cast, and that's when they announced Terrifier 2 and Felissa Rose is going to be in it. That was like when they first announced it to the public, so he got to be there for that and like be on, talking about that with them, which I thought was awesome.
Yeah. Tamara Glynn's in the Terrifier too, and she was also we worked with her recently in Future Shortage. So
yes,
we were really pumped to hear about Felissa and Tamara in it.
Yeah, those people that we're working with.
Yeah.
That's really cool though.
But also, like, they're cool people. Like, I mean, I think, like, word of mouth and reputation is huge in indie land. Like, I mean, Felissa is so, she's still working, like, all the time. But it's because not only is she, like, a great actress, but she's just nice. Like, being nice in this industry goes a long way.
It really, really, really does. I'm just from my end of the podcast end of it, I'm really noticing that because, like, what I do is I try to get people on here. I try to get anybody on here as long as they're into horror, but like indie horror people, fan made films, just to help get it promoted out there more. And then I don't mind sharing stuff, and people really appreciate that. Word to mouth. Like, I've had people email me from indie movies saying, "Hey, I would love to be on your show. I've heard good things about you and what you do for the indie community, this, that, and the third," which I love. I think it's awesome. I never thought anything like that would happen. So, like, it's just me talking, just talking horror, having a good time, but it does help a lot.
Yeah, I mean, and since I've been working, it's like I've met more awesome people. Like, there's only like one person I can think of that, like, bleh. But other than that, like, everyone else has been like super cool.
I'm trying to think of who this one person.
You know who this one person is. I'm not gonna mention names, but it's way more positive than negative. So I love it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've worked with my fair share of people on both sides. So like, I don't know. It's always nice getting together with a crew that's like almost stress free, but you still get your shit done.
Well, like Teacher Shortage, for example, like that was like the best. Like, I think some of the reviews were coming across as, everyone seemed to be, they worked so well together. It was like a family-like atmosphere. Like, we had really great chemistry with each other, and it's because we really did.
We had to live in the same house for 2 weeks.
Yes, it was like, I mean, Teacher Shortage was like the best thing ever. Like, I had so much fun. Probably because I didn't have my kids with me. I love my kids, but like going to work on Teacher Shortage is like a vacation for me. So we lived in a house together. It was awesome. We really were. So when we weren't working, we were like partying and playing hard together, and everybody got along. It was the best experience I think I've had. It was amazing.
That's great.
We put tea bags on a cucumber, made it look like a dick, and we teabagged one of the actors in the film while they were sleeping.
Yeah, so Deborah Lamb was, she was involved.
That was right. Yeah, she was there.
Deborah Lamb is amazing, and she was our drinking buddy, actually, which, it's like you think you know people, but you really don't until like you live with them.
We ended up
great.
having some tequila with her, and let's just say that the night went pretty.
Things happen.
Yeah.
Things happened.
Yeah, but the cast, I mean, the talent too. Like, I mean, man, everyone was just so talented. Like, it's funny because like all the movies that I want to direct or do, I'm like, can I just have everybody that was in Teacher Shortage because they were so great.
That's awesome. Now, any of the movies that any of the movies that you've done, is there going to be a sequel to any of those, or is that something you don't want to really let out yet?
I'm not much for doing sequels. Like, unless the script is really good, then I'll shoot a sequel. But as for me, I'm not like, unless the people are like, just like, here's money, make a sequel. I'm not going to be making any sequels.
Okay.
Yeah.
I prefer I like original stories. I like a clear-cut beginning, middle, end, not a franchise starter. Because I feel like franchise starters, you're pigeonholed, and you got to keep these people alive. You got to have a plan for this big long thing. Whenever, like, you never know if you're even going to get the money to make a sequel.
Yeah, I think personally, when you write for sequels, you're kind of like robbing the first movie of something. Like, I don't know. It just depends. Like, I want to write something thinking it's not going to be a sequel, and then if it's amazing and it's like people want a sequel, then maybe. And honestly, these days, like, you can make a sequel out of anything. Like, everybody could literally die, but you could still have a sequel.
I mean, look at like Freddy Krueger and how many times he died. He came back one time for a dog pissing on him.
Yeah.
So like, it doesn't matter. Like, everybody can die, and you just retcon it.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
That's why I just want to, like, whenever I make films, I just want to present people a clear-cut beginning, middle, end. Even if the end, like, I don't know if you stay tuned for after the credits on Teacher Shortage, or like, I mean, it leaves it a little bit open-ended, or at least it shows you, like, a little bit, but it doesn't mean that there's going to be a sequel. It's just a little fun tidbit we throw in there.
Now I got to go back and watch the end. I'm so bad at doing, like, cause what I'll do is like I'll just watch movies. I see the credits. I'm like, all right, it's done. Let me go.
Oh, there's two. There's a mid-credit sequence with Tamara, and then there's an actual end after the credits.
Oh shit.
And Teacher Shortage.
I'm definitely gonna check that out now that you mentioned it. I am definitely checking that out. It's like I gotta go back and see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's the Teacher Shortage theme song that you missed out on.
Oh, I get stuck in my head, which I guess is a good thing, but
People actually got together and made a theme song for Teacher Shortage.
Yeah.
We're like, that's badass.
It's very catchy, actually. I mean, it really is. It makes me smile. Like, whenever I hear it, it just puts a smile on my face.
It sort of reminds me of the Mutilator with the Fall Break theme song. It's a fall break.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what got you guys involved in movies? Like, as far as everything you do with them?
Well, I live in the Midwest. I live in Illinois, like literally the middle of Illinois. Peoria, Illinois is where I live, but you know, people would be like, "Is that Chicago?" So I mean, it's like 2 hours from Chicago. But
Okay.
I got in it just because I've always been a creative person, and unfortunately, in the Midwest, I mean, there's not a lot of creative things. And just me growing up watching movies, I've always been fascinated with the movies. I always was writing things. Like, when I was younger, I had, like, my own version of the Midnight Society Club where, like, my friends would pay, like, $0.25, and we would, like, tell a story around, like, a teacup candle.
Oh, that's awesome.
You can keep all the quarters.
I would keep all the quarters for snacks.
Nice.
It's supposed to be for snacks for everybody, but, you know, I was a fat kid. I wanted all the snacks. So that's why I always loved it. So I didn't get in it for the money or anything. I just got in it to, you know, make my own movies. So what about you, babe?
Are you telling me there's money in this?
Wow. Well, you're the smart one.
Okay. Well, I never meant to become a cinematographer or editor. I just wanted to make my own movies, and from what I realized, it's hard to get somebody to shoot your film or edit your film when you're broke. So I just learned how to do it myself, and then I made a movie. I showed people it. And, well, I mean, I used to make movies when I was like in middle school, but I don't count those. Like later on, I bought like actual like more professional equipment, and then I made a movie, and then people watch it. They're like, "Oh my God, that was shot really good. How much will you charge me to shoot my movie?" And I'm like, "I don't know, $50." And they're like, "A day? That's a great deal." And I was thinking, I meant for the whole project, but okay.
So it just grew from there, right?
Yeah. So it just grew from there, and then I just slowly started just shooting other people's projects, helping them produce it, helping like come up with ideas of how to film certain scenes, and just slowly but surely, I became a cinematographer and editor. I still make some of my own movies here and there, but mostly it's helping other people out and producing. And just seeing their projects to the end.
Are you self-taught with that?
Yeah, I haven't. I mean, well, self-taught. I jumped on sets like while people were going to film school. I decided to use that money to buy my own gear and then jump on film sets and help out for free just to see how they made stuff. And so, like, I was taught on set.
That's cool, though. That's cool. And I mean, that's actually a really good way of learning because you're right there getting the first-hand thing. That's awesome right there.
Yeah. Well, exactly. That's when, like, everybody went to film school. They're like, oh, like whenever they work under me, they're like, man, what film school have you gone to? Like, you seem to know everything. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with
Plus,
that
you got
though.
your own equipment. I mean, it's pretty dope that you have all your own like.
Oh, I have everything needed to make a movie. Like you want a drone shot, a crane shot, dolly shot, sliders, whatever.
That's great. That right, shit. That's awesome right there though. That's a huge advantage.
Well, what people don't realize is that the more shit you own, the more crew you need, and the more time you need to set up a shot. Because a lot of people are just like, "Oh, you own all this equipment. We can do all these badass shots," and then they schedule like 30 badass shots in one day. And I'm like, "This isn't possible. I'm just one man."
Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. I get that, but I mean it's just great you have the equipment so you don't have to go out there and buy it or rent it or anything. It's like, look, I got the equipment.
Yeah. So in teacher shortage, there's a few crane shots. There's a few. I don't think there's any dolly shots, but there's at least a few crane shots I know about. And
Nice.
then there's a steady cam shot, which was pretty nice. A Brink walking outside,
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's
stuff
awesome.
like that.
That's real. That's see.
Yeah.
Go
I
no, go
mean,
ahead.
being a good cinematographer, like literally, like cinematography can like break or make your movie. You know, like we all have like these great ideas, um, and you know, like if it's just shot poorly, unfortunately, you could have like the best talent, the best script. If it's shot poorly, then I mean, it's not going to reach the audiences that you want it to reach. Unfortunately.
I'm with you 1,000,000% on that. As far as just someone who loves watching horror movies, because there's some. Again, like I said, the story can be strong, the acting can be strong, but the cinematography is not that great. And I'm not gonna say the movie sucks because of it, but it definitely hurts it.
Yeah, it doesn't take it to like in any land. Like we want our movies to stand out, so like you gotta have that next level. And I get it as a filmmaker myself, and working with like small budgets. I mean, it's like man, like you don't want to like shell out the money for it, but it's so needed. I feel.
Well, I will say every film I shot has gotten distribution, so I at least know I can take films to that next level where it's between what I'm going to do with this film to hey, we can actually sell this film.
That's good. That's real good too. Now, oh wait, what was the question I had? I just had something at the tip of my tongue and it just left just like that. Damn it.
Yeah, I mean, we could just get on random tangents here.
Oh, that's how this show always is. Random
Right.
tangents all the time, but it works.
I did want to go back. I wanted to circle around to Red Summer Massacre again because I wanted to
Okay.
mention my lovely, my other crew, the associate producers that are helping me, which I love to death. I couldn't do a lot of things without them, so I wanted to give them their due credit. Heather Borolini, I hope I'm not like butchering these names, and then Noelle Berger. So those are the associate producers of Red Summer Massacre.
Nice.
I love those girls. They've actually are helping me out on My Girlfriend the Serial Killer as well, and they've branched out a lot too, so they're doing a lot of their own stuff too.
Yeah, Heather's actually executive producer of My Girlfriend.
Yeah, and she has a part in it too, and so does Noelle. So, I mean, it's just a small world. It's like you connect with one person, and then you might work with like the same person like in like 10 different movies.
See that I like that. I like how you said that. All these people, you just small world, indie horror. You're just like, oh shit, I met so and so. They're gonna be in my movie.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be in their movie.
I just helping people. Like I'll get people like in my messages just saying like, hey, I want to do this, and like I'm like, yeah, like I'll like point you in the right direction and like just help you get started or tell you who to contact or like there's this one actress who wanted headshots, and I mean in a small community somehow we got her hooked up with somebody where she lives to give her headshots. So
That's awesome.
now she has her headshots and she's gonna get her reel and she's working on auditioning for things. So but we all we help each other do stuff like that because we all just kind of it's like a little love community.
Yeah,
we all
exactly.
know how it is. We build each other up. I mean, you'll meet some filmmakers that want to like tear each other down, which makes no sense to me. Because I mean, it's not really like a race to the top, or not like. I mean, I've hardly ever seen any of these people like go to Hollywood or whatever.
Right.
So it's like, might as well help each other any way we can.
I mean, I'm not gonna mention names, but like a little story for me. One of my first projects I worked on recently, like after I came back from like family and kids and all that stuff, I worked with this lady and she was all like, girl power, and just like, let's unite and females need to stick together, blah, blah, blah. And then like, we left because, we went back to our hometowns or whatever. And then like within a day, like she was like throwing me under the bus and like calling jobs I was doing. And I was like, wow.
Oh, yeah, she tried to steal her part in one of
yeah. So you got to watch out. I don't want to talk negatively, but you do have to be smart about things because there are people out there that are like that. So, and it's hard. So there's like 3 types of people, I think. There's like the a-holes that just want to screw you over. There's the fake people that act nice that just want to screw you over behind your back. And then there's actually decent people that just literally want to help.
Are we the fake nice people?
Definitely.
I got my stabby stab ready.
That's all you need, your stabby stab.
Hi. Are you sick and tired of paying hundreds of dollars a month for cable or dish? GNR TV is your answer. These guys have an incredible 100% legal product that is a cord cutter's dream. For as low as $25 a month, you will get over 400 HD channels, including all major sports packages, pay-per-views, premium movies, and entertainment. To get started, all you need is a streaming device, such as an Amazon Fire Stick, internet, and a desire to save a ton of cash. No contracts, no credit checks, no hidden fees. I myself have been a subscriber, and I must say this service is amazing. To learn more, search GNR TV on Facebook or Instagram, and I will also be posting a link on my pages to check out on my podcast website. Lastly, for first-time subscribers, use promo code SIR30 to save $5 for your first month. GNR TV, streaming done right.
Yeah, so it depends. Filmmaking's really fun. Like, I don't know where I'd be without it. It's definitely had me see interesting locations. I've met a lot of interesting people, and it's now easier than ever to get into it. Like, I hate to sound like one of those people, but like, if anybody ever has a story and they ever want to make it, first thing they should do besides call me is realize that they also have a cell phone that they can record their stories with. Or they can call me, one or the other.
That's very true. And I think that's one thing I love about horror now and like technology now is, like, say that 12-year-old kid down the street, that 15-year-old kid down the street that's really into horror. They don't have a budget at all. They just have some cheap Halloween masks and a cell phone. They can go make their little horror movies and post them on YouTube and just get some feedback. I think stuff like that is really, really cool. And I encourage it. Like I'm just speaking on horror because that's the genre we're talking about, but just any genre in general. Even though I think horror is like the best thing for it, as far as the fan films.
Yeah, our girls. We have 2 girls, 7 and 6, and they actually have their own YouTube channel because they're also horror fans. They have their own YouTube channel called L&M's Kids Corner, and they have it's not really. How would you describe it? It's more adult-friendly kid content, I guess.
It's adult comedy with kids.
Yeah. So
like it's dark. Like you'll see kids dying, you'll see kids killing their parents.
Yeah, like one of the episodes.
But it's not like gory or like it's not super dark.
There's a little gore and it's a little dark, but it's funny. But one of the episodes, they're like just little shorts or whatever, and one of the episodes is like called the Momo Challenge. So. And then, there's one.
We got Jaws.
Yeah, we got Jaws. Like one of the kids gets eaten by a shark, and then
that came from the toilet.
Yeah. So it's really funny. So they love it. They love horror. They love watching horror. We took them to see the remake of Pet Sematary.
Oh yeah, they love Pennywise the Clown. They do the Pennywise dance.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So either it's really good parenting or it's really bad parenting. Like, we haven't really determined yet what it is.
I guess the worst case of our parenting was whenever we got either we got pizza or we got tacos or something, and it was Chinese food, and we were all watching Cannibal Holocaust.
Oh yeah, that probably was questionable letting them watch Cannibal
Holocaust. Yeah, probably.
See, now, with that, though, I think it's cool which I do want to see those videos you guys are discussing, the YouTube movies that your children are involved in. I think that's awesome. But
YouTube, L&M's good for it.
Yeah, I'll send you some links. I mean, they're really cute. So and they're so proud of them. But let me, as a director, I think we can both agree. Like directing kids, man.
Oh, it sucks. it's the worst.
Like we can't even have any outtakes because I think all the outtakes is literally me just like yelling.
It's just her being like, no. Like you'll see like on one of them, we have like outtakes at the end. And, like, you'll see how for sure she thinks she got her line. So she's like, see, told you. And it's like, no, you still got it wrong.
So funny.
that's kids for you, though, man. That's how they freaking are. No matter what you're doing with them. Like, oh, my God. Why did I...
And they don't understand what the word continuity means. They don't get it. So.
Yeah, because he's like, I'll just take off these covers because it's getting warm. I'm like, no, in the next shot, your covers will be on, then completely off.
Yeah.
So
we're working on another one coming up. So there's 3 episodes right now, and we're working on a 4th one. It's going to be about Damon.
Yeah, I mean, we were releasing 1 episode a month, but things have gotten slow since we started on our feature project. So we'll still do like episodes, but our feature so far has taken a majority of our time because obviously there's a lot to do when it comes to making a feature.
Right.
Especially in the indie world, like this shit takes like a year to 2 years to do from raising money to production, which usually like we've made it so besides stretching a movie to shoot like weekends, we decided to just shoot like 2 weeks or something in a row. That way we get it all done, and then the editing process, which takes a while.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, with the kids thing, I think that's awesome that you guys are getting them involved in horror so young, and they're not gonna be afraid of it. And I'm sure you're letting them know like this is all pretend. This isn't real. But it's cool because I don't feel like you see as much younger children into horror than when we were coming up. Like I feel like when we were coming up,
because like all these helicopter parents and PC bullshit these days. Like, don't even get me started on this topic. Like, I constantly get criticized as being a bad parent for letting my kids watch horror. And you know what I say to those people? Fuck you. There, I cussed.
There you go.
I think you just cracked.
I don't think there's anything wrong with kids watching horror films. I did, and I didn't turn out that fucked up. I only murdered a few people.
Yeah, but you didn't get away. You got away with it, so that's what matters.
Exactly.
See, there you go.
The people that get caught, like the people that like get caught, they're the ones that didn't grow up with the horror because they don't know what to do. So.
But
no, I mean, I think as long as you explain to your kids like what it is, like, and
it's makeup.
I didn't force it on them. Like, I let them choose. Like, I remember when my oldest was just she was like 1 or so. Like, we were watching Freddy versus Jason, and the part where when Freddy gets his head cut off, like, she looked at the screen and laughed. So that's when I knew. I was like, oh, my baby loves horror.
That's awesome.
I make sure I let them know, like, it's all makeup. It's all fake.
And if they don't want to watch it, they don't watch it. It's not like we force it on them.
They can watch whatever.
Yeah. I mean, we also watch a lot of, like, Scooby-Doo and...
Frozen 2 and whatnot. We also watch the kids stuff.
Yeah.
Scooby...
I mean, but, like, we'll just be watching horror films in our room, and then the door will just quietly open, and then before we know it, one of the kids is in bed with us, watching it with us.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, since you guys have kids and all that, I'm sure this has happened. Have any of your kids, you're knocked out sleep, wake up, and they're just standing over you?
Yeah, they're lucky. They're lucky that I haven't punched one of them in the face on accident yet. Because, like, so Derek snores like, oh my God. So I actually sleep.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. So I have to sleep with like earbuds in my ears, and so that makes it even worse because like sometimes I literally just wake up out of a sound sleep and just see a little person standing there staring at me, and I'm like, oh my God! I'm like, stop doing that.
It's so funny. It's so funny when they do that.
They love scaring us too. I mean, they love like they'll hide and they'll jump out. Or, like, they'll be creepy on purpose. Like, they'll be like, come, like, the twins from The Shining, like they'll do that because they're not twins. They're 15 months apart, but they look like twins. So they'll like just be holding hands, standing in the hallway, saying, "Come play with us, Derek."
That's so cool. That's so cool. That has to be
they
fun.
creep me out sometimes.
And another good thing about that is they still have an imagination as kids, which is a beautiful thing.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I think that again, like I think for today's kids, like man, it's all like tablets and which don't get me wrong, if we're gonna talk parenting, I give my kids tablets for sure because like hello, like mommy needs a break. So, but also it's not just tablets or TVs. Yeah, they are very creative, and I think today like a lot of kids literally are just glued to some kind of screen, and I mean they lack creativity. So. Could be why most of our movies these days are just remakes of remakes. So, just saying.
I mean, besides like playing with toys and making your own stories up, now kids just like watch YouTube channels and like.
So they watch YouTube channels of kids playing. So like, because even my girls like are into that too. Like, it's a new trend of like kids watch kids opening toys or playing video games. Like instead of playing video games, they're watching a kid play video games. I'm like, what is the appeal to this crap? I don't get it.
Now, whether good parenting or not, we did get them an Xbox for their 7th birthday. So now she has like Minecraft and all that.
I don't see anything wrong with stuff like that as far as gaming and all that because I mean shit now they have stuff where you can go to college for stuff with playing video games, which kind of pisses me off because I'm like, okay, now when I was a kid my mother was telling me I'm wasting my damn time and now I'm 34 years old. Now they have college classes for video. What kind of bullshit is
Right.
Why couldn't this happen when I was younger? You know, I could be like, Mom, what do you want to be when you grow up? I'm going to be a professional video game player. That's what I want to be.
Yep, you could have, damn mother.
Yeah, and then the damn, you know, as far as how the world is, back then, they didn't really get into the gaming as far as how it is now, where you got kids, even young adults or even older adults playing like on Twitch, making millions of dollars playing games. I'm like, what the fuck? Why can't that be me just chilling at home, playing PlayStation all day, making millions? That, you know.
Yeah. Where's the application of that?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not good, but shit, if I knew I can get paid for it.
Making movies, I'm gonna play video games.
Yes.
I'm not good either. I Derek's a gamer here, so sometimes I'll partake in some gaming. But
and by that she means she'll take control of my character and jump up and down. And
I don't like it though. Like gaming is stressful to me. Like those shooty like pew 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 games. Like it stresses me the fuck out. Like I'll yell. I become a different person when I play video games.
I love it.
Oh yeah, I do love playing. I'm just not that great, but I don't spend like I'll play on the weekends. I'll get high with my brother from Colorado and just play on the weekends or whatever, late at night, gaming and having a good time. Like I don't have the time really to put in hours just to to get good at a game, and I just really don't. I don't want to anymore. I guess I just have fun with it. Don't take it too serious and go on about my day or night or whatever.
Yeah, I can kick his ass in Mario Kart. That's about it.
I let her win.
No, you don't. Stop. My problem is too is like you're supposed to be relaxed when you're playing. Like I'm like super tense. Like anytime I'm pressing the button with my thumb, like I'm pressing it so hard that there's actually like a button imprint in my thumb. So it's like you don't need to press it that hard, and I'm like, yes, I do.
You just softly press it, and you'll still go the same speed.
Yeah, I'm not meant for video games. It's too. It makes me too anxious.
Again, Derek.
And that's a great. I'm competitive though, so I think that's what it is. So
yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah, like don't play Monopoly with her. It ends in like a screaming match. And I'm just like, Jesus.
That's my favorite freaking board game. That is my favorite.
Mine too when I'm winning.
It's my.
I won, and everybody was just mad at me at the end of the night. I was like, God damn.
That's one of those games where like I would play like we'd even get together like if we have the family get-togethers and all this where all the younger ones we would just play Monopoly, and it became a tradition. We haven't played it in years, but people be like, look, Aaron, we're not fucking playing Monopoly this time. No, I don't want to play because this game takes way too damn long, and you get a little bit too serious sometimes. Like, look, man, I want to win my damn money. You landed on my fucking property. Give me my shit.
Right. Like if I'm not the first person that lands on Boardwalk, I'm like done with the game. Like if somebody else buys Boardwalk and Park Place, I'm like, fuck you, I'm done.
Oh
Those
man,
are mine.
that I get that, and then like when someone buys any other color, buys whatever I buy, but the next color or the same color piece, like say I get Boardwalk, they get Park Place, or any of the other ones like that to screw up my Monopoly. I was like, fuck you.
Right. Because then you gotta like haggle and they gotta like trade or something. Because like
Yep.
you can't win with only one. You gotta have both of them or like all three of them.
Yep. It's
Yeah,
man.
I take it very seriously.
What's funny is when my wife and I play. I don't know where we got these pieces from. It's like a little collector's thing. Some horror game. I don't remember what it's called, but it's Freddy vs. Jason. And we bought two of them, right? We got one. We didn't open. We got the other one. We opened that. We use that for Monopoly pieces now. Like we have just a shit ton of random things for Monopoly pieces, and that's actually one of them. That's a few of them right there, which is.
Like Freddie decided to buy the property.
That'd be awesome. I want that.
Jason also decides to. A horror Monopoly game would be a cool thing.
What is it? Boiler room broke. Pay $50.
There you go. See, I like that.
I think we just created something here. See, we're all creative people here.
There you go. I think that'd be a fun game.
We
Horror
got
fans would
one.
be all over that.
Yep.
So when is what's the movie? My Girlfriend is Serial Killer. Will that be out this year?
So our plan with that is, since we live in the Midwest and it's winter currently, when it's not winter, so maybe about like April, we are going to be shooting another and a final like teaser / trailer for it.
Awesome.
And we actually have some new announcements and like hush hush things that we're going to start announcing. And then we're set to shoot for like May 2020 in Peoria, Illinois. So there's been a lot of changes. Like the My Girlfriend and Serial Killer has really transformed a lot since it was first announced. Because at first it was going to be filmed in Virginia. Now it's just being predominantly 100% shot in Peoria, Illinois, which is...
It had a totally different script.
Yes. I mean, when My Girlfriend and Serial Killer was first presented, it was literally a different idea altogether. And then it somehow morphed into what it is now. But it's big for Peoria, Illinois, because, Peoria, Illinois, there's not a lot of, like, feature films that, are distributed that's being made around here. So the community is really excited. Well, most of the people. I mean, there's those, like, anti-horror people that are,
You're bringing the devil to our town.
Right. So, yeah. What was the question? I got lost.
Oh, you answered it about My Girlfriend and Serial Killer.
Release this year. Probably 2021.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it'll be done shooting this year, but because of all the editing and everything, it'll probably be either at the end of 2020. But either way, it won't be released until, probably won't be able to physically have it in your hand until 2021.
Yeah, because of, And then also, like, Red Summer Massacre pretty much starts, kind of filming right after that. So it's going to be a busy year.
That's awesome. Busy's good, though.
No, it really is. And then also, I'm also involved in another movie called Torch of the Flesh that they're like 3/4 of the way done with their funding. But that's going to be shot in, like, the Chicago, Illinois area, Torch of the Flesh. So they have a Facebook page. So, everybody check it out. Anybody who loves blood and gore, it's called Torch of the Flesh. So,
That's
check it out. The director, Derek Brosh, he's pretty awesome. So, and I have a part in this. Like, I don't have anything except for I just have a part in it. So those are awesome too, where you just get to have a part. Like, you just show up, get all bloody, do your lines, and then leave. So I'm looking forward to that a lot.
That's cool too. Now, do you mind? Would you rather be a victim or the killer in a horror movie, or do you even care when it comes to that?
Oh, no, I care. I would rather be the killer. I want to be, like, women in horror. The victims, I don't like how it's always, like, the women are victims. Like, women are badass, powerful motherfuckers. So I want to kill people.
Nice. Because I've had some, I like to ask that because some people don't care, and some people really want to be the victim, and some people, like you said, want to really just be the killer.
Yeah,
Which
I don't like those movies that literally is just like it has blood and tits. Like, no, I don't want to watch. I don't want to watch a movie. As a female, I don't want to watch a movie like that. Like, I want to watch a movie that has a solid storyline, that's suspenseful, and relies on actually good acting and good writing versus just boobs.
Well, what you'll notice a lot is that these '80s films, while they had nudity, it wasn't that much. Like it'd be like a quick look, and it would be like almost tasteful compared to what they do today. Nowadays, people make a movie and they're like, "Oh, this is a throwback '80s movie," but there's like hardcore, like X-rated shit in there. And it's like, the fuck?
Yeah,
this is how the '80s were.
And it's not natural. I mean, being naked is natural, but seeing nude people isn't really natural. I mean, at least for me, like it just takes me out. Like I don't want to see dicks. Like in Midsummer, like I don't want to see flaccid, floppy dicks flying around. Like,
but it was a bloody flaccid dick.
I don't care. It still haunts me. I don't want to see it. I just don't want to. Like, I don't think it's necessary. It takes me out, and I don't want to be taken out of a story. I want to just be drawn more in.
understandable. I understand that.
And for my next movie, it's called Tits the Movie.
Tits the movie.
Wait till the sequel. You'll find out who the killer is. It's the vagina.
Yeah.
It's always the vagina.
It always is.
Oh man, you guys are great.
I'm all about making strong female characters. Like I'm tired of the victim, like the female victims who don't think, they can't have a brain, because that's not real life either. Like in all reality, if we're speaking truthfully, like women, we're crazy. Like we really are. Like some hide it well, but I mean, we're sadistic, crazy motherfuckers. So I mean, if there's gonna be a villain, like it should be a woman, because like we would get away with it.
I can see that. I can really see that.
Yeah.
And women are very, very, very crazy.
Yeah, and we're strong. We think about things. We overthink about things.
Oh my God, that's overthink.
Yeah,
that's the
You're
worst.
married. You
Yes.
know exactly what I'm talking about.
He feels my pain.
Yes, like when you and your wife have a disagreement, you probably never win because she has already thought of the 100 different outcomes that could possibly happen, and
Yep.
like already has it all plotted out.
It'll be something simple. Like, I just asked for breakfast. What do you?
That's why we're tired all the time. Damn it, it's exhausting.
Oh man, it's great though. It's fun. It's funny, as you guys know. But yes, that overthinking, overreacting. That's another one.
Oh yeah, you gotta laugh about it.
I do. I'm just like, oh my God, and then come back hours later, apologizing. Like I didn't mean. I'm like it's fine. The funny thing about
what's that?
it I know it's rare, but it happens. But the funny thing about that, I'll say this real quick, is it's like when we mess up as guys and we apologize, like that apology is not enough. Now you guys are like over apologize. I'm like, look, I'm seriously good. Like as soon as the disagreement or whatever is over, I'm over it. I'm done. I forgot about it. But you guys come back and apologize. Are you sure you're fine? Like, yes, I'm good. When men say we're fine, we're really fine. This isn't like I'm fine. Like you guys say this, I'm fine, and it's a completely whole different. I'm fine. Like, shit. Damn it. She said she's fine.
I get it. Like we're different creatures. Like women, we're like nurturing and caring, and like we want to make sure everything, and we're sensitive, we're emotional. Like I mean, but that's why y'all like us. I mean, if we were like dudes, then I don't think you would like us very much.
I thought it was because of a lack of penis.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Because of the lack of penis. Oh man.
And boobs.
Whenever
we have an argument, I literally, if I'm losing the argument, I will just like literally take out my left boob and be like, and then I win. So
that's cheating.
I know how to play the game.
That's cheating. Because that doesn't work.
No, it's not.
That doesn't work with it.
That's called strategy. Yeah, no, you guys can't do it. Like,
and then she wonders why we get into like 50 fights a day.
I'm like, God damn, I gotta take out. So then I gotta start taking out the other one.
Strategic.
Smart man.
Like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
It's the goddamn didn't put these pants here, even though I did.
No, it's nice being also in a relationship with somebody that's, we're very like-minded with, our creative aspects. So,
Mm-hmm.
like, we could literally be doing, like, the most mundane chore and be like, oh, you know what an awesome way to kill this person would be? And then, it's so nice to be able to be with a creative person. Because Derek's the first person I've been with that's been in the industry, and it's like, so nice.
That's great. That's great. And I'm sure that goes off into your guys' movies too. Once you come up with these crazy ideas, like, how'd you come up with this? How'd you come up with this idea? Oh, we were doing the dishes one day, and I dropped it,
Right?
and boom.
Yeah, it's just like the randomest thing.
I love that though. I love that. That's so cool.
And that's how Miss Derry gets their eyes burnt out with a cigarette.
But yeah, I really want to see a lot more work from you guys though. I really enjoy what you guys brought to teacher shortage and what you brought to Mrs. Claus. I thought they were both, like I said, both really fun movies, and I can't wait to see more from both of you.
If you go on my IMDb, I have over 100 credits to my name, so there's a lot to watch.
Yeah, and also me and Derek are doing our own. When we get time, we created this idea that we were going to do before we got super busy. We're doing our own short horror called The Devoted. It's like a religious horror movie.
Okay.
With gore, blood, comedy.
Just so you know, I'm not religious at all, so it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun movie. So as soon as we get time, we are gonna do that. It shouldn't take very long, but so The Devoted.
The story's pretty badass.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really excited about it. It's just the time. We need more time.
I agree with that. I agree 100% with that. Now, how often do you guys sit down and write a script?
Ugh. I mean, our stuff's more we talk about it, and then everybody has their process of writing scripts.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can't write until I can't just sit down and write. I just don't work like that. Like,
and I can.
Yeah, so he's opposite. So it's nice though. So like I'll just sit down when I get the urge to do it. Like I have to have something in my mind, and then I write. So, but it's nice because he can sit down and write, and then he writes, and then like I'll like look over it, and then like I can add things or vice versa. So we have a lot of different ideas written. It's just it's a priority level right now of paid jobs first, obviously, and then when we get time on our slow time, then we will start doing our own fun little horror movies.
That sounds good. That makes sense, though. That makes plenty of sense. And I like how you said you feed off each other as far as the way you write. He can sit down and write, and you're more of like just takes you a little bit longer, but you can bounce ideas off each other and make something great.
Yeah, and he's more like lighthearted comedy, and I'm more like dark. So it balances out too. Like people can always tell.
I'm not super lighthearted. I just like writing people to be like to make you laugh, so you actually have like an emotional connection to them. So when they die, it's that much more impactful.
Yeah. Makes sense. I get that.
They're like, no, I like that person. We shared a laugh together.
I like that though. When that happens in movies, you get the one or two characters that you like, and then I love how you get the one or two characters that you hate. You're like, I can't wait for this fucking to fucking die.
Oh, that's what we want to do in this the My Girlfriend. We want there to be actual characters that you hate, and then characters that you like, and like we want you to not know who's going to be the final person. Like, because in a lot of these movies, it's fairly obvious who the final person is. It's the person with the most screen time. Even in Hollywood movies, it's the exact same. Like, who's going to be the final person? Well, probably this person who's in 80% of the fucking movie.
Yeah.
And in this one, we want everybody to have, like, equal screen time so you don't know who it is.
Makes sense. See, I like that. And I just can't wait to see what you guys do next. I really can't, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, we're excited.
Yeah, I'm excited about this. So I mean, you'll know who the killer is. It won't be a whodunit, but it'll be a really cool like. It'll be sort of like how the Mutilator and stuff like that is. How you know who the killer is, but you just watch these friends get murdered off.
Sounds good to me.
All taking place in a cabin in the woods, because of course.
Yeah, you gotta have a cabin in the woods.
Hey, it
I mean,
happens.
it's 80s slasher, man. Like woods, cabin, killer, blood, done.
Yep.
I'll watch it.
It sounds like it's gonna be fun.
Tons of running, tons of suspense, people hiding from the killer, hearing like the creaks of their footsteps breaking branches.
Yeah, not a lot of mindless dialogue. Like
we're keeping dialogue to a minimal.
Yeah, that's one of our pet peeves is watching movies that just have like mind-numbing dialogue. That it's like, ugh.
Right? Even in movies that I shoot, there's a lot of parts where it's just like people just sit down, they talk forever, and you're like, come on, let's get to the good stuff.
Yep. It happens though. Just I guess they try to stretch the story out, but there's some parts I feel like you could have cut that part. You didn't really need this hour of these two talking about nothing.
Oh, exactly. And so what we're going to do to replace that is besides having long talking scenes, we'll have long stalking scenes.
Yeah.
See, I like that. I like that a lot.
And it's just as easy if not easier to film than a talking scene.
Oh, it's so much easier because it's really just stalking and then like music.
Yeah,
music is such
you
important
literally just have them like hiding. And you can see their point of view, and it just it just sort of adds up. Like, where's the killer at?
Mm-hmm.
Bring up behind them. Run some more. Do a little 80s fall. Either get up or so many options.
Oh yeah.
Especially when you're in an isolated cabin, and shooting in the woods is so easy because you point the camera one way. That's one scene. And then you just turn the camera a little bit to the right, and you have a whole nother scene.
No.
Oh yeah. Like I said, I'm for it. I just love sitting down and watching a horror movie. I don't care what movie it is, if it's a quote unquote B-rated movie or a Hollywood movie. I just love sitting down and watching a really good horror movie and just it's relaxing. As strange as that may sound. Well, for you guys, it probably sounds normal, but for people who aren't really big horror fans, I'm like, how is this relaxing sitting down and watching people get chopped up?
And that's the nice thing about horror, too. Like, horror is the only genre that you can literally have people that love to watch shitty horror movies. Like,
oh, my gosh,
typically
yes.
you don't sit down to watch a shitty movie, but in horror you do. Like, there's different classifications of horror, and as horror fans, you accept it, and you know what you're getting into, and you choose to still watch it because it's still fun.
Like when I have a bad day, and my baby's like, you want to watch a shitty horror movie? And I'm like, yes.
I hear you, man. I hear you. Like I love shitty. Like Thanksgiving is probably one of my favorite horror comedies, and it's ridiculous. Makes no damn sense. It doesn't have to, but it's just something I just love watching. I haven't figured out the reason why.
I like when he wore the father's face, and everybody thought the turkey was the dad.
Yeah, I was like, I was laughing so hard. I was like, they're so stupid, but it just works so well. And that you're right about that. Horror is the only genre that something like that'll work. Like you can't have. I've said this to other people. Like say as far as like the Marvel movies, I enjoy those, but you can't have like Super Turkey. Nobody's gonna want to see Super Turkey.
Only in horror movies you'll see some of the shit that you see. Like especially these superhero movies are so formulaic now. It's kind of hard to even watch.
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoy them because I'm like the superhero fan in this house. Like, so if it's anything to do with the Batman animated movies, I'm watching it. No matter how much Sam hates it. I'm like, Batman and fucking Ninja Turtles just came out. We're watching that shit. And then, like, the rest of the day, she fucking hates me. And then I bought this new one called Hush, and I'm still haven't gotten a chance to watch it yet.
What's Hush? Is that an animated movie?
That's Batman Hush.
Oh, yeah, you've had that for a while. There's a horror movie called Hush that I will watch.
Oh, no, Batman, damn it.
He's gotten me to a few superhero movies.
All right, see that Misty likes them, like Shazam.
I really like Shazam. That was funny.
Then we did a full day where we watched, like, what was it? We watched Spider-Man. And then we watched Avengers 1 and 2, or the new Avengers movies.
Yeah.
Game.
That's good though. I got to catch up on all those movies. I will eventually, but it's just I don't. They're so damn long for one. I enjoy them, but I don't know. Sometimes it's hard for me to sit down for 3 hours watching a movie, but then again, I can sit down and watch a 2.5 hour to 3 hour horror movie.
Sam here being a woman watching these movies, she's always asking the same question.
Okay,
like who's he? What's gonna happen? What's happening? And I'm just thinking, if you just watch, they'll tell you everything.
Oh yeah, it's hard for me to watch.
Dead?
It's hard for me to watch a movie with somebody that's already seen it because yes, I turn into that stereotypical person that's asking like 800 questions.
That's rough. My wife, she enjoys those kind of movies though. She loves the Marvel movies probably more than I do. But there'll be some times we're watching a movie together, and it's the first time we've seen it, both of us, and she'll be asking me questions. I'm like, I don't know. I've never seen this before. This is my first time, just like you. Like, I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure the movie will answer all those questions.
Yeah. But you have to respond to that in like a nice way. Because if it's the other way around, say if they're watching something, it's the first time they watch it and they're really into it, you ask them a question, shut up and just see what happens. You're like, oh damn.
Yeah, I'll be like, I'm trying to watch it.
You know what? Just go in the other room. Like, what the fuck? I'm a grown man. Go.
Right.
Go play PlayStation or something. God damn it! Bye. Stomping up the stairs. Oh man. But
it's funny too though, since I'm such a horror fan. Like I also, and I'm a girl, but I also have like my flicks that I like my go-to crying flicks. You know, because as a woman, you need to have those good crying flicks, and so my go-to is always My Girl. Like, if I need a good cry, I will watch My Girl, because that scene where Macaulay's in the coffin and she's like, he doesn't have his glasses, he can't see. I'm just like ugly crying. Oh, it's so nice.
And I never understand that because as a dude, I don't cry. I'm like, this doesn't make sense to me. Like, let me just watch Arnold Schwarzenegger blow some shit up.
Oh man, that's so great. But I guess we can wrap this up. This was a great freaking time, and we definitely got to do this again. Thank you both for coming on.
Thanks for having us, dude.
One question though, I did want to. Do you mind if I make a couple shout outs here?
Of course. I was just about to say, do you have any guys plugs you guys want to do and all that? So of course.
Well, just the community. Like when we first started My Girlfriend the Serial Killer, like we've had a lot of people, and we created a while ago because it's been kind of a long process, So we still have these people today who stood by our sides, and so I just want to let them know, like, man, like we appreciate the fuck out of you. We really do. Like even though we're not updating as much as we did when we were campaigning. We still try to update like every once in a while. It's just kind of like a slow time right now because we're doing other things, and pretty much everything's set for My Girlfriend. We're just, ready. We're just waiting to start filming pretty much at this point. But so the people that have really stuck by us, I want to mention, and I'm sorry if I butcher your guys' names. I'm bad at names, but so just a couple people and really everybody, but these are just the people that have really been like the main contributors to commenting and just reaching out and sharing our stuff, because the people that support us, like, man, we love the fuck out of you, and we really, really appreciate it. And we want to let you know that we know and, like, we love you. So, okay, I'll stop talking. So, Tom Landreth, Tom Lanieri, Tim Miller, Tori Romero, and Ash Hamilton, Heather Bortoli, Noelle Berger, Robert Best, Christopher Enlow, Tanya Jacobson, Hannah Prado, my Canadian friends, Chris and Julia. Lance Wagner is a big one. He's been there since day one.
Yeah,
and Ronnie
awesome.
Marie. All the cast members from Red Summer Massacre, everybody from Future Shortage. Like, just thank you. We love you all. Thank you for your sharing, your support, your contributions, everything. Do you want anything, babe?
Yeah. My milkshake brings them.
That's not what I meant.
Well then, no. I mean, like, I do want to thank everybody who supports us, and it's like, like we're all in it for the love of horror, and true evil never dies.
Awesome. Well, again,
that's all I got. That's it.
thanks again for you guys. Seriously, thanks again for coming on. We definitely got to do this again. And
Yeah, for sure.
I can't wait to see more of your projects. And when you get a chance, too, or when you get that trailer out there, send me the trailer because I want to do a review on it like I did for Red Summer Massacre. And I have a few others I haven't put out yet.
I loved your review for Red Summer Massacre where we could see you. Can you do that for us, too? Because that was some fun shit.
Oh, yeah. That's.
Have you seen any of the trailers for My Girlfriend?
I have not, but I would love to.
We actually have 2 of them. I could send them to you.
Yeah. Definitely do that. And when I get a chance, I'll do something up with them, too, and have some fun with it. I got this green screen thing behind me, so I'm like, I got to use it. I have to freaking use it. Once I learn more and more with it, I'm like, all right, now it's time to really have some fun with this thing.
Yeah, I enjoy listening to your stuff. So we're really happy that you brought us on the show, and it's been a long time. So we're excited we finally got to connect and be on here.
Yes, and let's not make it another 6 months or however long it was to do this again. But yeah, thanks you guys again for coming on, and I'll definitely talk to you guys soon. And send me those links when you get a chance.
All right, yeah, we sure will. Thank you so much.
Have a good day.
You too. All right, bye-bye.
And as always, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, definitely go check out everything we just discussed. My Girlfriend, the Serial Killer, Red Summer Massacre, Mrs. Claus, and Teachers Shortage. Check out those Facebook groups, Facebook pages. Be on the lookout. These guys, they love horror, as you all heard, and as you will see. They really have a passion for it. And, as far as I go, you should know where to find me by now. Let's see, Facebook group, Facebook page, Horror with Sir Sturdy. On all podcast platforms, Horror with Sir Sturdy. YouTube, Horror with Sir Sturdy. Twitch, Horror_with_Sir_Sturdy. My PSN, Sir_Sturdy. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for the support. There'll be some dope stuff coming out very soon. As always, I'll see you in your